Good morning. Just pulled up at a job site. I'll take the old Dinosaur in there and have a bit of a chew. This is a wee bit muddy. Just come back here. Rightio. There's a fair bit of timber under here still. Spin this around and show you what we're doing. So we've got a new shed up. So all the earthworks happening around here, and in here it's a bit hard to see in the shadow. There's a root coming out from the centre there. All of this area here is a big old stump. Now the top of it's been ground a little bit before. Blue line, but they didn't go deep enough. They've even got a little bit up in here. And we need to get down, so we're down in this hole here. Need to remove about a foot of material to get everything down below that blue line, because that's where the bottom of the formwork for the concrete's coming in. So I might come in forwards here and take a bit out of here to start with, and go out and then back the machine back in and start working through that stump. So you can see it's right up here by the fence. Got a fair bit going on here. So we'd best get stuck into it. So today we've got this old machine we've been working on. It's a 2006 Rayco RG50 Super. It's seen its fair share of stumps and it's a little bit worn out. As you just heard, this is an older machine that I've been working on, trying to get it sort of tidied up and in working condition. It's a 2006 Rayco RG50 Super. We've done a fair bit of work getting it up to speed where we can take it out on job sites reliably and just test it basically, put it through its paces, see where it can go, what it's capable of, how productive it is, and how reliable it is, most importantly. So you'll start seeing a bit more of this old machine. It's pretty ugly looking without its engine covers on, but it's quite capable. We've been quite impressed with how capable it is. So we'll have it in a few more of our videos upcoming, so you can see what a slightly larger machine can do. It's still only a mid-sized machine as far as stump grinders go. So we're just coming into this backyard here. It's pretty tacky and sticky on the surface, but this machine didn't struggle at all getting in. It is hydraulically driven to all four wheels, so it's a four-wheel drive machine. I was a little bit hesitant and worried coming down into this cut here. It sort of steps over the stump and down into a clay hole. I was worried it wouldn't climb back out, but there's only one way to find these things out. There's an old saying in Aussie, it's F around and find out. So we did exactly that, and here you see us backing back out of the hole, and it's getting a little bit of wheel spin, but it didn't hesitate too bad at all. Quite happy with how it climbed out of here. bit more about this old Dinosaur, I've been calling it, because it looks quite old and a little bit past its use by date. It's a Rayco manufacturing built machine, which is an American brand, and it has a German Deutz motor on it. It's a 3.1 litre 4-cylinder diesel engine, putting out a massive 60 horsepower, so it's very, very understressed. It's got a fair bit of weight in it, and yeah, it's a ton and a half. So you sort of got to be a bit more careful with where you put it. But yeah, lazy horsepower all day, every day, as long as you can keep it running. So we've got to test these things out, see how long it'll run, see if it'll get hot. It is winter currently, so it's a good time to test these things out. Hydraulics don't get as hot as they would in the summer, as with the engine. It's an oil-cooled motor, so the oil gets pumped through the engine to cool it, and then gets pumped out to a heat exchanger or a radiator or an oil cooler, whatever you want to call it. And that's how these engines get cooled. So it's just a pretty cool setup. It's a little bit different than the average. Deutz also make air-cooled engines and water-cooled engines. This particular one, yeah, it's oil-cooled, which is very interesting to learn about. So here we are chewing through the major part of this stump and the ground underneath it. We need to get down fairly deep for the footings for the patio and concrete that needs to go onto the side of this shed building here. I'm taking 2 passes. It's got a really good sweep on it, this machine. I've just moved over to take the second pass, which brings the cutter head closer to the timber fence there. To get the remainder of the stump close to the fence. We'll try and get it all, because there is footings that need to go right beside that fence. Plus it's also just fun playing with the machine, seeing how close I can get it, how to reposition it into close things on the side of the machine where I don't have the room to turn the machine completely at 90 degrees to structures. So sometimes you need to do that, and it's good to find out, just playing around with things prior to needing to know and figuring it out when it's sort of absolutely essential. So I just enjoy playing and repositioning the machine, that sort of thing. It's good practice. It's good to know what things can do and where they can go, to know ahead of time. It helps with quoting jobs. Can I get this machine in there, or will I need a smaller one on tracks that's more maneuverable and wet stuff, that sort of thing. We're coming in along the fence a little bit closer now. I'm just trying to get these last few bits out. pretty much gone the full width of the shed there. Probably got a little bit more in that side I'd like to try and get out under the fence basically. And perhaps this little guy down here, so I'll just have back right in close to the fence, trying to get actually under the fence and undercut it, just to get these last little bits out parallel with the fence, or vertical with the fence, so we can, the builders, concreters come in and go to dig their footings right beside the fence. There's going to be nothing that'll impede their progress for their part of the job, which really helps all the other trades out, just knowing what's happening, knowing what is needed to be done, so there's no hold up on their behalf. Once we do this, we pretty much there's one more route beside the shed door. We just blast him out as well, and then just knock the highs into the lows, so it's easier to get the machine out, and then we get out of here. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.